Hi there. Many years ago, I used to make these timber dolls. I had, I don't know, probably 30 or 40 patterns that I came up with. But these were my favorites. I had Frankenstein, a ghost. On the other side of this little fence, I had Dracula and something, I think a scarecrow or a crow. I don't remember, but I had something on each corner which helped to hold this up. Well, today I decided to use this photo as the banner for Thrifty Scraps and Crafts on Facebook. And as I was looking at it, I thought, you know, maybe I should make this in miniature. And instead of trying to recreate things that other people have done, why not recreate my own things? Usually I try to do stuff that are of my own design, but you know, when you're doing miniatures, sometimes you need the inspiration, or you need to at least attempt to come up with something similar, but you know, not exact. And I don't like to do everything exact. But anyway, I saw this picture and I posted it as the banner, and then I thought, this is so cute. Well, this, I don't remember where I got this, but this was actually together as a complete, you know, one of these goes in the middle here, and you know, and I cut it apart because I don't want it as big as this. So for the type of display I'm going to use, this would be the perfect size fence. I also have this, which is just something I had in my stash. So I could actually make another one maybe a little bit bigger with this. There are also all kinds of fences that are on wire that you could do the same thing with, so it's not like you have to build it from scratch. So I thought this was a really good idea to try it, and I was just going to do it, and then I thought, well, hey, I'll just make a video. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, that's great too. So in honor of my group, Thrifty Scraps and Crafts on Facebook, I am making this. And we'll see how it goes. See how it goes. It is, I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. I love doing miniatures. I've always done miniatures. I did gourds, and I put miniature scenes, you know, dioramas and stuff. But I never really got into it as much as I am right now. And with the way my life has been the last couple of years, I really haven't put that much effort into doing anything. So I'm really trying to get past that and start working on things that bring me pleasure. So I have these scraps from other projects, and it's just, I think these are balsa wood. Yeah. So these are balsa wood. They're a little bit chunkier than what these are. These are actually landscape timbers. That's why I called them timber dolls. They were not, you know, I just cut them. What I liked about them is that they were weather treated, treated lumber. Probably not a good plan for, you know, health and safety. Nobody told me about, you know, the poison and whatever back in the day. But, you know, they are still around. I saw one not too long ago, and I was just so happy to see it. So, they will last a long time. The paint that I used on these was patio paint, so that's why they've lasted so many years. I had a bunch of them, and I got rid of them because of, you know, downsizing and moving and whatever, and I've done so 3 times now. Hopefully this is the last time. So anyway, I went ahead and I cut this apart, and this is, it's not going to be exactly like this because the fence was here and then these stood in front. So instead of that, I am going to glue these to the side and towards the front. If you see what I'm doing here. Mainly because I want it to stay in this small, see, this is like almost 3 inches. So then if I put this one here, then it would be 3 inches. It also helps to balance it and keep it standing. They'll be a little taller because of putting on the faces and things. I don't think I can quite make them look that great if I shrink it down even more, because you got to have the tall body. So I'm going to put a line here, and then I'm going to create a little hand for the ghost. The ghost has a hand and he's holding a sign. Whether this one holds a sign or not is to be determined. I don't know yet, but I have to create his hand. So it's not going to be that hard. It's just, you know, because he's a ghost, he doesn't really have fingers or anything. So I'm just going to kind of chew that piece off. And I think that'll be good enough. I'm going to stick with the way that looks. I'm going to trim this little piece off here. And I think that'll be fine. So just make that a little bit more rounded. And that won't be hard to do. I could probably use paper instead. But I want it to be solid, so I think I'm going to stick with that. Then with him, I need to come up with, okay, these pieces came from after I cut these off, and if these are the same size, and they are, then what I'm going to do is, instead of having this piece, I don't know if you can see this, instead of having this piece come like this, what I'm going to do is just round the bottom here. That's all I need to do to that, and it'll look fine because it's all going to be painted. Then the other thing I have to do is just make the shoulder. So then the other one would be here, and I would do the same thing, make the shoulder. They do not have to be perfectly matched, just and once I get them all glued on, then we'll be able to see where it needs to go. See, these are just a little bit too long. Some of them I had the arms go up. If I do that, that would work. I wouldn't have to cut as much off if I do it that way. So if you see, like, it would be like this, well, that's way too big. So I'd have to cut it about this far, probably. Either way doesn't matter, because it's not going to be exact anyway. But I'm kind of liking the idea of it going this way. So if I put this one this way, then I can cut it this size here. And then I can do the same on this side, or I can have his arm down. I think I'm going to do them the same. I think that's how I want it to look, just because it'll be just a slightly different, but it'll still have the same same length. And I can always cut that off some more. Now you can hand cut that, or you can use one of these handy cutters, and I'm just going to use this handy cutter because it's a lot easier for me to do that than to. And if you want them to be perfectly you use these things. And boy, I don't know what's going on with my voice today. It's kind of shaky. Well, anyway, so now we have this one, which is the best side. This is the best side. So we have this one over here. So if you can see this, that's where I'm going to glue it, just like that. And then his arms and hands will be sitting out just ever so slightly. And I think that will be a cute way to do this. Now I can do one of two things. I can glue it and make it solid, or I could put a pin in there so his arms move. But I think for this one I'm just gonna glue them. Okay? So now I have to cut this piece off, which is no big deal. Then I can sand it and, you know, make it nicer. I really like this tool. It makes life easy. So anyway, I really, you know, I have had a lot of stuff go on in my life, and, you know, I really let a lot of things go, and I shouldn't. And I gave up on Facebook for a long time, and it was just really overwhelming, and for my better mental health, I just had to step away. So, but I am doing my very, very best to get back to normal. Well, normal enough for me anyway. And yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Now I have these heavy duty scissors that really work well. You just have to be careful not to cut your finger, because it'll cut your finger right off. So you have to really be careful with these. I mean, all scissors are dangerous, you know, if you're not careful, but these really are. I use them all the time, but I have to have my wits about me. All right, I think that looks pretty good for a hand for the little ghost. Might be too long. Something like that. Nope. So I'm not really sure I like it yet. I wish I would have gotten a picture of that. Don't do this towards yourself as I do it towards myself. It's kind of hard to do some of these things. I gave it a little bit of a haircut there. You know, if you don't like it, you don't even have to do it. You can just put a piece of cloth over it and call it a day. And I might do that at some point. I don't know. We'll see. And it doesn't have to look pretty, because you can always fill it in. All right. That looks a little better. I kind of like that. Now, because of this being such a tiny thing, I think I'm going to cut a little groove to stick this piece in when I glue it. Mainly because, you know, just gluing it on there, it's going to fall. It's going to come off. There's no doubt about it, because there's not enough surface to glue it. So, I'm going to gouge a little spot out of it. Now, if you have a Dremel and like using it, go for it. Most of the time, especially with basswood, this is the easiest. For me, anyway. Alright, let's see if I can get that in there. A little bit more. I hesitate to put in any kind of music. I had a video that I had to take down of a wedding that a song was being played for the bride and groom, and I had to take it down, even though I just uploaded the, you know, the whole thing, and I had to explain what it was about, you know, and I didn't add the music. The music was being played by the DJ, and they finally allowed me to have it, you know, but it was just a pain in the butt to get it done. So, oh well. I try not to do any of that kind of stuff, you know. I understand, because I've had stuff stolen from me, designs and whatnot. Okay, so anyway, one of the reasons, that's one reason. The other reason is we all have different tastes. And I know I go to some videos that have music, and I don't like the music. It drives me crazy sometimes. So, and that's not my purpose here. I don't want to drive anybody crazy. We have enough crap going on in our lives that we just need peace. Alright, so I have that inside there. Now, you don't have to do it this way. I mean, if you have a better way of doing it, you go for it. You don't even need this little arm. I just want it in there. So that's going to have to dry for a little while. It's better with my finger. So that can just sit there like that. And so now I have so this is damaged on the back, but that doesn't matter. So now I have my little arms. So I have to determine probably right about there. Well, I probably shouldn't have closed this up. I can use it. Duh. Alright. So let's get that on there. Which way was it? This goes on the back. There we go. Just got to get it going in the right direction. And like I said, it's not going to be perfect. Definitely not. just going to add that glue on there. Put it like that. And make sure it touches the back. There we go. Yep, there we go. It's looking good. I just don't want to waste the glue. And that little bit of glue, you would be surprised, but that'll make a big difference in how strong it is. Just putting that little bit there. Because believe me, balsa wood isn't very strong. Okay, so this has to dry a little bit. I can't really move on until I get this ready. But that's what it'll look like. He'll have little arms. So where his arms are here is going to be where his shoulder is. Just like that. Now he basically doesn't have much of a neck. So I'm not going to worry about the neck. So now I can put in his little bolts or whatever they are. I'll just use some beads or something. I don't know. We'll see. So that's that. Then he's got to have hair. And that'll be black. And that'll come around here. Like that. So I have to fit his face in this spot. That is going to be hilarious. Okay, and I don't have any kind of... There we go. That looks pretty good. And then this will be like that. That's the bottom of his shirt. Then this will be his pant legs. So here we go. This is the beginning. It's definitely rough, but that's okay. I don't care. I just thought it would be fun. So now I'm going to let this dry a little bit because I'm afraid that if I keep playing with it, it'll probably come apart and then I have to start over with this. Just me doing that, it's oozing out, so. We don't need no oozies. Okay, I'm going to lay that on his side and let him dry. Now this one is not wet, not dry, but it is getting better. It stopped oozing. So now this one I can go ahead and I can figure out his eyebrows. And his mouth. And his arm should be a little lower, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to give him a little bit different eyes. Like that. Okay. I see. I did it wrong. Did I do it? Well, I guess it has to go that way. Good thing it wasn't completely dry. All right, I think I'm going to move his mouth up just a little bit, because I don't like it. There we go, a little bit higher. And that'll still be okay. After all, he's just a ghost. And that's pretty much it for this guy. He needs eyebrows. So once I just put in the black, I'll paint it, and I'll be able to see the lines, and then I'll go from there. I think he's going to be cute. Not the same. Not at all, but that's okay. So then this one, I want him to be holding something. I was going to make the little sign, but I don't think I can write that small. So I do have a little skull here. I have some tiny spiders, so maybe I'll just do something with a spider, just because I know I won't be able to do this. Okay. It's still oozing out. I have to put eyes on this one, but he needs a green face before I do that. So he's ready to go, and he's pretty much ready to go. So, I'm going to turn this off and let those dry, and then I'll base coat these in white, well, him in white, and then I'll just base coat. You know how to paint. I'm not going to show you how to paint them, but I can show you the rest of it, putting it together, making little, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but I do have some materials that I can make small things, and we'll go from there. I have one more piece. Well, I have two more pieces. Maybe I'll try to make something else out of that, and then we'll go from there. Wow, I am really out of practice. I haven't painted anything like this in years, and especially this tiny. I'm very shaky, but with it being so small, I don't think it's going to matter. I guess I need to really get back into painting tiny details. I stopped doing that a long time ago because of my eyes. The shakiness, though, oh my goodness, it's terrible. But anyway, he's still got a cute face, and I'm not going to worry about it because it is a miniature, and I've seen a whole lot worse than this. This guy, he gave me some trouble, and I had him all painted, and then he fell in the paint. So I'm just going to paint him up like this and call it a day, because I really don't care. It's funny looking. Oh boy, I swear. I think you would have had fun watching. I may repaint him, but I just want to get it done for the video, and then we'll call it a day. But everything else is turning out okay. I did put a base on him. I decided, you know, the originals had this little base that I made, and I think I want to continue with that. Just because it you know, it makes it more the same. And I don't know. just think it's a cute idea. I have to remake the green because, like I said, he fell in the paint. And I had already taken the paint off of my glass, so. But for this, I'm just going to go ahead and put in that white. For years, I used palettes. And then one day I thought, why not just glass? I used palettes, palette papers. I used tiles and whatever. And then one day I thought, let's just use glass. This one is more of a little child type looking to me. He's not scary at all. But maybe I don't want scary. He's funny looking. He is crazy looking. Oh man, you gotta have fun, right? I gotta have something to make me laugh, that's for sure. I gotta have something to make me laugh. So the second one that I do, I will try to make it a little bit more like the original that I did years ago. Oh my God, my grandson was young at that point, little young guy. I don't know, maybe, I can't remember for sure how old, but we loved our little timber dolls, that's for sure. But anyway, he turned out really cute, I think. Then I can put this here and put this one here. I can decide on a sign if I want, or I don't think I want the sign. I really don't. I think I just want it like that. I have some greenery I can put down. I have these little, I mean, I could make this stuff. I have a punch. I could make all these little leaves. But, oh my God, look at it. This is 132 feet of artificial vine. Why would I even bother? Just got to figure out where the end is. Not that that matters either. But I just thought, you know, this is ribbon. Here it is. There we go. So why would I even bother? I can paint it. I can do whatever I want with it. So, maybe that piece I'll put under there. This piece I'll cut off. But I thought, well, you know, this could be here, and he could just be holding the holding that up in the air. I know you can't see it because I don't have this glued in yet, but I just think that might be cute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to center this piece and glue it. And then, and normally I don't use hot glue, but for this it's okay. It doesn't really matter. I'm not a hot glue fan. It does fail. I'm doing these at an angle. Those were straight because they were outside on the ground. And they needed to be I think I had them where they were attached to the fence, if I remember correctly. So anyway, this is what it looks like so far. I think it's super cute. So this could be part of, the ground cover. It could be, where the little ghostie is picking up the vine. I mean, there's a lot I could do with this. I didn't even need that, really. So, but anyway, I have that, and I have some of this moss. This moss has glitter in it. So I'm going to use the glitter just because I like it. So that could just be like that. Maybe I'll do it that way. That's a little bit, yeah. So then a pumpkin. These pumpkins are kind of big, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. You can use any size you want. Pumpkins come in all different sizes. So this one could sit right between. It is a huge pumpkin. It's a lot bigger than I thought. Maybe this one's a little smaller. Probably not. A little bit. Wish I had something smaller. I think that's way too big. It doesn't thrill me, so I'm not going to put it in there. I will find something or make something to fit in there. So it doesn't have to have that, but this definitely looks good. I can take this piece, and I can put different fall colors on it. Let's see. So those are already glued in. So I could do that. I could make that go around and climb the fence. I could make a little tree. If I had a tree, I could put a little tree behind there, but I didn't make room for a tree, but that's all right. But there's a lot I could do. I could just put some little flowers in there and not even use this if I don't want to. So let's go ahead and get this on here. There we go. I think that's super cute. It really is. I'm really happy with it. I could put some spider webbing on there, which I think I will. I just have to go get it. I have it here somewhere. I have some pieces. Maybe I'll use this instead. I have some pieces of yeah, I like that better, I think. All right, let me cut that off, and we'll stick that in there. That looks pretty good. I like that. I think I like that better than even thinking about the... All right, let's see what I can do. Yeah, that one's not a good piece. But I have this froggy stuff. I call it frog toes. That would look cute there. I will cut this off. I just put that in there just to give me something to hold on to in the back. I could put this froggy stuff there. I could go in there with another little piece of this. That would look good. There, look at that. That looks good. And I could touch up with some... He's goofy. He is super goofy. I like it. I really like it. So this could go behind. I'm not going to do it yet because I'm not sure. Oh, now this, if I would have seen this. But that's not going to happen, so let's see. That would be cute. Well, we'll think about that. So for right now, I need a pumpkin of some kind. I need some of that spider web stuff. And then we'll go from there. Okay. I couldn't locate the other stuff, so I am excited to find these things. So these I can put behind here. I can use the bat. The bat can sit on the guy's hand. I have a pumpkin jack-o'-lantern that I could paint. And I have some odds and ends here. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. So all I need is a little bit of brown. All I need is a little bit of brown. Not going to do too much, just don't want it to be so light. And there we go. Now I'm going to glue it on. Usually it's best to wait till it's dry, but I'm anxious. I want to get it done. So I'm just getting it right there. It's just a little bit behind. Yeah, okay, so now I want to, this has to be black. What we got. There's the black. There's the black. Okay. Just get that on there real quick. Not feeling my best today. So it's a good thing I'm doing this, because otherwise I'd just be sitting on my butt doing nothing. So I might as well be sitting on my butt doing something. Alright, this one I'll have to let dry a little bit. Stick it there. Now I have to paint the pumpkin. So I'm going to put you on pause until I find the paint that I want. Okay, so I am going to paint this orange. And everything I'm using is just craft paint. I'm not going to worry about, you know, too much of this. I can always repaint it if I don't like it. because it's just paint. But I do like it. That looks pretty good. So now I need some green. And I'm just going to do a dab. Just like that. And then I'll put a little bit on the, and I like to use the dirty brush. The back I'm not going to care about. Just throw a little on there, make it look dirty. That's good enough. Okay, so that's ready to go. Now, so if I glue him to that, it'll stick out too far, won't it? So I could just glue him to that, and that would look okay, or here. Or not. Maybe like that. Oh, I forgot I have this. I could probably do that. Okay, I'll cut that piece off. And put that one right there. And he can just be glued to it, maybe. Don't think I like it. And maybe that piece. Nope, don't like it. Don't like it at all. We'll just not use that right now. Okay, so let's, now that this is dry enough, I can go ahead and glue it. I'm going to put plenty of glue on there. And it can go like that. Yep. I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? Think that looks good? I think it looks good. Good enough for now, anyway. I believe my spider webbing is in the garage, and I am not going to go out there. It's raining and ugly, and so I will do without. So I need a little bit more moss. That's too much. Just like that. Just a teeny bit. I really had stuff I wanted to do today, but I don't really feel all that great. I feel good enough to do this. That looks super cute. I'm happy with it. I am happy. So these kind of It'll look cute going in behind there just for some color. I like it. I think this turned out super cute. His face. Alright, well I need to put a little bit, drop of glue in there for that, but that's about it. I don't think I'm going to add any more, and I don't think it needs the spider web. Yeah, that looks super cute. Get that in there. Super cute. And there we go. And once it's all, you know, dry, I can take a hair dryer and get rid of all the strings. But they look cute. I'm happy with it. What do you think? Where were you at? I'm happy with it. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.